and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. Today we'll be talking about some of the news topics from across the country, starting with our first story today, counterfeit US dollar bills in Thailand. I'm talking in particular about Pattaya, where Thai authorities apprehended an Israeli national accused of circulating counterfeit US currency. The suspect allegedly used fake $100 bills at various local establishments, prompting complaints from business owners who noticed discrepancies upon currency inspection. Following an investigation, police tracked the counterfeit bills back to the individual, leading to his arrest. During the apprehension, officers reportedly discovered additional counterfeit notes in his possession. The suspect faces charges related to currency forgery and fraud, which carry severe penalties under Thai law. This incident has raised concerns among local businesses about the prevalence of counterfeit currency. Is that what it's come to now? Well, obviously with the rising amount of tourists coming to Thailand, you get the good, you get the bad, you get the ugly, and unfortunately, more crime as well, because it is possible for people on holiday to commit crimes. And one man trying to take advantage of the system, a lot of the times, I find this story a bit unique in the sense that a lot of the stores don't accept US dollar bills unless he's going to currency exchanges, where I think they would know immediately if something is wrong because they're trained for it. So I wonder what kind of stores he was going to that allowed him to use US currency, but I guess that's one thing for local businesses and businesses in Pattaya and Thailand to watch out for. For now, we're going to move on to our next story, which is regarding an Indian Thai man accusing a delivery rider of spying. Careful, your Food Panda rider might be spying on you. A confrontation in Bangkok escalated when an Indian Thai individual accused a food delivery driver of espionage and issued death threats. The incident began when the man noticed the rider loitering near his residence, leading him to suspect surveillance. An argument ensued, during which the man threatened the rider's life, alleging he was gathering information for malicious purposes. Bystanders intervened to de-escalate the situation, and law enforcement was called to the scene. Both parties were taken to the police station for questioning. The accuser faces potential charges of issuing threats and harassment, while the delivery rider was released after providing his account. Authorities are investigating the motives behind the accusation and reminded the public to exercise caution. That's the first thing I thought when I was learning about this story. I wonder what that man had to be afraid of, to think that the Grab delivery driver or Food Panda rider was spying on him. But I guess anything's possible these days. So yeah, is that a new fear unlocked? Are we to look out for loitering Grab delivery drivers? You tell me in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think about this story? As of now, let's look at our next story, which is talking about visas. In particular, the elite versus DTV. Is Thailand's privilege visa losing its edge? Which visa is better, Thailand Elite or DTV? Now, Thailand's elite visa program, designed to attract affluent foreigners through long-term residency options, is facing scrutiny as the digital nomad visa gains popularity. The elite visa offers various packages with benefits such as expedited immigration, procedures, and exclusive services, appealing primarily to retirees and high net worth individuals. However, the emergence of the DTV visa, tailored for remote workers seeking flexibility, has introduced competition. The DTV provides more affordable and adaptable options for digital nomads, including tax incentives and the ability to work legally within the country. Critics argue that the elite visa's high cost and rigid structures may deter potential applicants, especially younger professionals. In response, the Thai authorities are evaluating the current visa offerings to ensure they remain competitive and align with global trends in remote work and expatriation. Discussions include potential revisions to the elite visa to make it better. I think it's about time, and I'm surprised that it took them so long to realize that the elite visa is lagging behind, because it's not just about the young generation, because whether you're a high net individual or a retiree, you want to have the best option possible. Well, I guess if you're a retiree, you don't need a work visa, but anybody who is a high net individual and is working in Thailand or wants to work in Thailand, I'd say is more likely to go for the DTV visa, which I believe can be for a couple of years. So, yeah, I haven't even heard the word elite visa in a while being mentioned in the circles of the expat community, at least the one that I'm part of. So, and even from a business perspective, we have done work with the elite visa, and we feel like they definitely need to improve some things to make it a lot more attractive, because as of now, DTV might take over. We're going to move on to our next story, which is an unfortunate one. 4 suspects surrender after violent attacks over FiveM game conflicts. Now, 4 individuals have surrendered to Thai police following violent altercations stemming from disputes within the online gaming community, specifically related to the FiveM modification of Grand Theft Auto 5. The conflicts, which originated from in-game disagreements, escalated into real-world violence, including physical assaults and property damage. The suspects, old avid gamers, reportedly targeted fellow players over perceived slights and competition within the game. Upon surrendering, they confessed to their involvement in the attacks, citing intense emotions and personal vendettas as motivators. Authorities have charged them with assault and vandalism, emphasizing the seriousness of translating virtual disputes into physical confrontations. This case highlights the potential changes of online interactions spilling over into real life. When was the last time you got so mad playing a game and you were raging at your fellow gamer to then show up at their house or in real life to let them know that consequences exist? I believe this is the second story this week or this month that we've spoken about, raging gamers. You know, we've spoken about raging road rage, we've spoken about game rage, we've spoken about Indonesia just being mad at Apple in general. What's next? Have you ever been so mad in a game that you were willing to actually show up in real life to teach them a lesson? If you are, don't admit it in the chat, but yeah, we can discuss it. For now, we're going to move on to our next story, which is regarding a British drug dealer that's been busted back in cuffs after his Thailand trip. A British national previously convicted of drug-related offences was arrested upon his return from Thailand. The individual had fled the UK to avoid serving a prison sentence and had been residing in Thailand for an extended period. I guess he stayed here so long he forgot that he was wanted. Upon re-entering the UK, authorities apprehended him at the airport, acting on an outstanding warrant. The suspect is now set to serve the remainder of his sentence, with additional charges possible for breaching bail conditions and evading justice. This arrest underscores the ongoing efforts of international law enforcement agencies to track and apprehend fugitives attempting to escape legal consequences by relocating abroad. Well, yeah, there's a lot of people running away from their past, and I guess this individual thought he'd go to Thailand, and had a great time. I was like, they probably forgot about me, right? Nope. No, they didn't. So, firstly, don't do the crime. Secondly, if you do manage to escape, think before you go back, I guess. I thought those were the basics. I wouldn't know. But that was, ladies and gentlemen, some of the stories from across Thailand. And you can find more stories on thetiger.com. Unfortunately, it's a shorter show today because of Alex Latour. I blame Alex Latour. But for now, I'm going to go into the live chat and see what the people are talking about.